common question we hear all the time is speed versus accuracy. Obviously both are important, but if you had to choose one, what would it be? So we're going to be doing some shooting today, try to drive that point home as to kind of where we come from, what our thought process is. We're going to start here. I'm at 7 yards. I'm going to off the timer, so I have some type of way to measure my time on this. But I'm going to fire 5 rounds, and I'm going to do it as controlled as possible, try to be as accurate as I possibly can. Ready? Okay, so that was 5 rounds in 7:76. Now, let's go look at the target. I have 4 rounds touching and 1 round just above that into the, touching the black paster right there. Okay, so let's break that down. 4 rounds touching, 1 outlier slightly above that 4 round group. Now, is that impressive at 7 yards? I don't know, right? But that's pretty controlled accuracy. And it took me 7.7 seconds to do so with a first shot and a 3.35. And let's go through the splits. So we have a 3.35, a 1.33, 1.06, 9.8, and a 1.04. So we're averaging about 1 to 1/4 seconds in splits at 7 yards. It gives me pinpoint precision accuracy, however, well, maybe not pinpoint, however, it took me a while to do so. So now, if I just balls to the wall, go as fast as I can, 5 rounds from 7 yards, what does that look like? All right. Okay, so that was 5 rounds again in a 1.73. Okay, so as you can see here, we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, we have 3 Charlies, 2 Alpha for 5 rounds at 7 yards in a 1.73. That's quite a bit faster, right? We're talking about shaving 6 seconds off of our total time, which resulting in 2 hits to the A-zone, 2 Charlies that are relatively close, and 1 Charlie I would say that isn't relatively close. So let's talk about that. So, like we just saw, our accuracy royally degraded when I tried to just go absolutely as fast as I can, try to get rounds off as fast as I could. And the split times were a first shot and a 0.94, so considerably faster there, with a 0.19, 0.22, 0.19, 0.19. So consistently about a 2.0 on my splits with a first shot and a 0.94, which resulted in a much larger group size than taking my absolute time, pinpoint precision accuracy, right? Now, if my parameters for what I was trying to do here were to shoot nothing outside the A-zone, I just failed. I went too fast, right? I went faster than what I have the ability to do if that's where I want to lock myself into. So now we're going to try to find some place in the middle where I can keep shots in my acceptable parameters of where I want my shots to be, but still push my speed a little bit, right? So total waste of a reload rep there, am I right? All right, so that was 5 rounds. Let's go see how we did. Total time on that was a 2:09. Our shot group came back in. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right over here. Now, what does that tell us? That a 2:09 for 5 rounds is probably, I'm probably not quite to my limit, but I'm encroaching on my limit of mixing my speed and accuracy, and it's probably somewhere in that ballpark, right? Probably around 2 seconds or whatnot. You know, build drill time is consistent with that, so maybe I could push that even a little bit faster, 1/4 of a second. I don't know, right? That's something that, you know, especially build drills, I'm not really good at. But that tells us 2 things here. It's not speed, it's not accuracy, it's a mixture of both. And honestly, if I had to choose one and I'm in one camp, I'm going to say accuracy, right? By all means, you shouldn't take forever to send rounds where you need to send them to. We all know that. However, if you spray rounds as quickly as you can and you didn't put enough effective rounds on target and that threat persists, what do those rounds even mean, right? And to couple that idea, where did those rounds that didn't impact where you want them to go, where did they go? Who did those rounds go into, right? Probably somebody you didn't mean to. And this idea of speed being more important than accuracy comes after accuracy has been established, right? That comes after people have that foundation of being able to put rounds where you want them, and that foundational accuracy is there. Watching guys like JJ Racaza, Donovan from Point One, Scott Jedlinski, even personal friends of mine, you know, watching Kyle Manzano, Kyle Hendrickson, he's very fast on a gun. Watching these guys go super fast is great, but it's only cool when rounds go where you want them to go, right? Like, that's when it's cool, that's when it's awesome to see, that's when speed really matters, is when rounds are actually going where you want them to go at that speed. And that's where, that's kind of where my mindset is, that's where I think people should start, is if you can't put rounds where you want them to go, start there, okay? Guys, I appreciate you watching this video. I know it's a long one. Hopefully this wasn't a complete waste of your time. I think I demoed my point pretty well here. Check out the website, rasgrouptraining.com. Check out the Instagram, @_rasgroup. Shout out to our affiliates. We got Gat Monkey Slings. Brown Ellis helps us out a good bit. Still rocking their Ear Pro. Hasn't failed me yet. Winchester Armament, Locks Hair Products, Gorilla Gunworks, Stippling and Cerakote. We got Crate Tactical Targets we've been using. Those are some rad dudes over there. And then we also have SHTF belts, right? So check out all those affiliates. Tell them RAS Group sent you. We have a discount code for, I believe, all of them. So until next time, guys, stay safe, stay trained, stay rad. I'll be back with the next one.